Hey guys, this is Julie from Lotus Life Solutions. So this is just a bit of a follow-on from the recording I did a couple of days ago about forgiveness. So this one's very similar, but it's a little bit more aggressive. So this is called the FU letter, and I have a lot of fun with this one. So what I went through the other day with you was the forgiveness letter, and I went through the colors of removal, which is green, and the color of manifestation, which is red. So it's very similar in what we're going to do today, but today, sorry, I'm just going to blow this out, getting in my face. So what we're going to do today, or what I hope you will do and take away from this, is the FU letter. So instead of a forgiveness letter, we're going to go dark. We're going to go dark, and we're going to start every sentence with FU. I don't know how much I'm allowed to swear on YouTube, so I'm trying to be careful, but you get the gist, right? So basically, instead of being, oh, I forgive this person for that, I forgive this person for this, it's actually a really healthy thing to do. And again, it's not about the other person, it's about getting our emotions out. So forget about the other person. It's not going to have any negative voodoo effect on them in any way whatsoever. It's purely about getting our emotions out and being able to move on from it. So very similar to the video that I did the other day, as I mentioned, but stick around till the end, because I'm actually going to put a sly word in this video, which is not going to fit into the content at all. And the first person that comments on it below is going to get a free chakra balancing, which you can do online, so it doesn't matter where in the world you're watching this from. But there's going to be a word that I put in it, and you're going to be like, what the hell has she just said that for? So just listen out for that. And if you comment below at the end of it, and you're the first person to get it right, you'll get a free chakra balancing, which is very useful. That's something I'll go into in a different video, but most of you will probably know what the chakras are and how they work, etc, etc. Anyway, this video we're going to be doing the FU letter. So with, again, a green pen, which is the color of removal, you think about somebody that has done something wrong to you, or a situation that has happened to you, or even something that you've done wrong to yourself, or something that you've done wrong to somebody else. It does not matter. It can be anything. But you start every single sentence with FU, but put the whole words. I'm just not sure I'm allowed to say it at this point. And I don't want to offend anybody either with my potty mouth, which I'm pretty sure I did in the last video, but hey ho, is what it is. So basically, get your pen to paper. Again, get some angry music on. You can't have nice, classical, lovey-dovey music on when you're trying to get yourself in a state of anger, because that's where you want to be. You want to get all this anger and emotion out, whatever's bothering you, and just pick one situation at a time, or one person at a time. It doesn't have to be, oh, this person's done that, this person's done this, this has happened to me, that's happened to me. One thing at a time. That's really important. You can do these as many times as you want, but for today, or whenever you want to do it, just one person or one situation at a time. That's all you need. So you're just going to get some angry music, and I would set a timer for 5 minutes and write down as many sentences starting with FU for doing this, or FU for making me feel this way, FU or F me for making myself feel this way, F me for doing this to somebody else, F me for not believing in myself, F me for whatever it can be. It can be absolutely anything. It's entirely up to you. So I would set a timer, put on some angry music. We've all got some, or look some up. If you want to ask me for some, I've got plenty. I'm happy for you to ask me for any recommendations, because trust me, when I'm in a bad mood, that's what I put on to get these emotions out, and they need to come out. So I'll just go into that super quickly. I don't want to make this a long video because it's quite similar to the last one. But when we don't let go of the trapped anger, resentment, and everything within us, we just hold on to it, and it turns into mass. So everything is made up as atoms, as we all know. But did you all know that atoms are made up of 99.9999999, something like that, 0.6% space? Now, when we've got those clogged emotions and feelings within us, where do you think it goes? It goes into our atoms. What happens then? It then turns into, it becomes more dense. It turns into masses. What happens then? It becomes an acute illness that can then develop into something a lot more serious if we don't get it out. So it's not just a mental or an emotional thing, it's a physical thing as well. So you've probably all got someone in your life that's so negative all the time. And look, we've all been there. We all get negative at times. It's human nature. But we all have someone in our life that is negative all the time. And they're always like, oh, I've got this going wrong and I've got that going wrong. And they're normally the people with physical ailments. My mum's the prime example of the opposite of this. She should have more physical ailments at her age than she does. But because she's so positive minded and she takes her, not necessarily aggression, but she just gets everything out. She does a lot. She's active. She does a lot for other people. She's an absolute inspiration to me and many, many others. But then you've got the other kind of person who's like, oh yeah, but you know, I've reached this age now and I just need to slow down. No, you don't. You don't. It's, if you're getting those emotions out of you, then you can do whatever you want. Like, you won't feel so dense. You won't feel so clammed up. You won't feel so, I don't know, oh, I don't want to be around people. You know, I just want to be by myself. And I've been like that recently. You know, we will go through stages, but as long as you come out of the other side of it, that's fine, hopefully sooner rather than later. So when you do the FU letter, just get all the anger out. And let me see if I can grab it. Doesn't matter whether you've got a pillow, a bean bag. I've got a bean bag here, so I'm going to show you. It's a pretty big one though. A nice bin bag, bean bag, bin bag. When you're listening to it, after you've written your letter, the FU letter, just listen to the music and just pound something. Like, this is falling because it's too big. But just pound something. Just be like, you, like, just really get into it and like, let go of those emotions. Just let it all out. Let it all out. Do it for 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes, which is normally the length of a song anyway, right? If you do that for 5 minutes, then just take a minute to just calm. Take some deep breaths, just calm down. Just breathe in, breathe out. Just take those deep breaths. And then you get your red pen back out again, which is manifestation. Then you do the same as I was explaining the other day. You then write down every way that that has had a positive impact on your life, or where you can move forward from this, how you can manifest that into your life, how you can get rid of the anger, and what are we going to replace that with? You know, how has that helped us? How has that helped us overcome certain situations? How have we become stronger through going through those situations? It's very unlikely that we've become weaker unless we're still in that victim mode, which again, I'll discuss in another video. I have so many videos to share with you. But there is, just very briefly, victim versus responsibility. It's your choice to be a victim or be responsible for your actions. So when you get your green pen, we then, again, it's the same as the last video. And if you haven't watched it, please go back and watch it. We then go back and we just write down in red, everything that we want to manifest from this. So we choose whether or not to accept other people's behaviors or keep feeling guilty or ashamed about our behaviors, or turn it into something good that we can carry forward in our lives. And that's the best thing that we can do. So when you do that, put on some nice peaceful music, whatever it is that you love. I'm not going to judge you. You might want to listen to the Spice Girls. I don't know. I listen to classical when I'm doing this. I love heavy metal and classical. I'm a bit of a contradiction in itself. But just listen to something really peaceful. And again, set your timer for 5 minutes and write down as much as you can in red about how you want to move forward from this, how it has benefited you. So I know this is very similar to the last video, and apologies for that, but it's kind of a good thing to do the both processes in 1 week or even in a few days. It doesn't matter. You can do either of the processes, the forgiveness or the FU letter, as many times as you want, for as many people as you want, for as many situations as you want. It's entirely up to you. But once you've done that, again, do that for 5 minutes, listening to whatever lovely music you want to listen to. And then again, just take some deep breaths. What I like to do, my garden's an absolute mess, so I'm not going to show you. But what I like to do is just go outside barefooted, get my feet in the earth, do some grounding, touch a tree. I used to be very like anti-tree hugging hippie people until I started doing my Reiki. After I did my Reiki and I learned that trees actually enjoy, and plants enjoy absorbing negative energy and turning it into positive energy. That's why there's so many tree huggers in the world. They learned that before a lot of us. So I go out and I give my negative energy to the tree and I just feel its wisdom. I'm lucky to have some beautiful old trees in my garden. And I just absorb it and I just feel grounded. And again, as I said in my last video, the weight just lifts off. And it doesn't just lift off emotionally. You will start to find yourself changing physically as well. What I will say, and actually thinking about it, what I forgot to say in the last video is drink lots of water, filtered water if you can. That's not something I'm very good at. I haven't got filtered water. I know it's much better for you. But when you're going through these processes, there's a huge energy shift that goes through your whole body. So it's very, very important to stay very, very hydrated. And you need to do that for at least 2 to 3 days. Otherwise, you can actually get flu-like symptoms. You can feel quite queasy. It's a big, big energy shift to go through. So it's very, very important, which I should have mentioned before, to have that water. So before you set yourself up for doing this process or the forgiveness process, if you haven't done that yet, both letter forms, however you want to do it, make sure that you've got water with you. Just keep drinking, and for the next couple of days, keep drinking as much as you can. If you're experiencing headaches or anything, just understand that that is an energetic shift. If you believe in crystals, rose quartz is really good to put on your third eye. I've always got rose quartz by me all the time. Normally have crystals shoved down my brow, which can get quite embarrassing at the gym when I'm doing weights. Sometimes a nipple pops out. But yeah, it's so important to stay hydrated. If you have any questions or anything like that, I hope this video was useful. I know it's very similar to the last one, but it's just kind of an encore to that. It is so, so powerful. But get your feet in the dirt. If you like going to the beach, go and dig your little toes into the sand, you know, let the waves wash over you. As the waves come in and then roll out, just let all the stuff go with it. But just, yeah, do those letters, do the FU letter, then write down every way that that's going to change your life, how it's going to have a positive effect. You don't need that stuff anymore. It's gone. It's just gone. So good luck with that. I really hope everyone that's watching this gives that a try. and you can subscribe to my banner. I'm still learning this, but you can subscribe to the banner and up the top, and yeah, hopefully then you will see all of my videos and hopefully they're helpful to you. Thank you so much. Love to you all. Have an amazing day.